I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling.
Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to be doing is a super fast week 5 of November check-in, and then I'm going to go right into cash stuffing for the month of December. Now, I did film this video yesterday and the footage was really bad, so I unstuffed all my envelopes last night and my sinking funds, and we're going to try this again today. So I'm going to work quickly, hopefully, so that this video doesn't take that long. Okay, so for the month of November, it was a 5-week month for me. So we're going to be checking in today from the 26th to the 2nd. And pretty much, since it was just a short week, I didn't have a lot of transactions. So I'll start with groceries, as I always do. I had Costco for $34 and Walmart for $60. Let's see, plus 34. Which was $94, but I must have spent $6 somewhere because that envelope is empty. So I'm gonna change this to 100. I really struggled with transactions this week, so you're gonna see that. For spending, it was Burger King for 8, plus Streets of New York for 5, plus Sonic for 7. Plus 5 plus 7, which is $20. So I should have 30 left in that envelope. For eating out, I spent it all on one day, and that was $50 for Streets of New York. Household, I did not spend anything. I still had 25. Recreation, I did not spend anything. I still had 50. Personal care, I did not spend anything. I should still have 43. Giving, I spent 100, and that is empty. So then the other envelopes that I have, miscellaneous, I did not spend that, and you're gonna see what I do with that. For my mom's envelope, she still has $29 left, so I am going to roll that into my rollover fund. For spending, I do have 30 left. I'm going to roll that over. Medicine is actually in a different folder. Groceries is empty, and eating out is empty. So that's what I have so far to roll over. Overall, a pretty good month. It was, groceries was definitely, I did bring my budget up to $700, and I did HelloFresh, so I brought it back down to $600 for the month of December because it is a 4-week budget month for me. So hopefully I can get that under control. And then eating out, because of HelloFresh, we have not been eating out as much, so that's normally a category I go over. I normally go over in spending as well. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the month. I already did my Seeking Fund reconciliation video, so you can see that on my channel. This is how I kind of go through my transactions. I color code them based on which fund they come out of, and then that's how I reconcile my credit card. And then I've started my Christmas list of money that I spent, so I need to update that as well. So going into the month of December and the final month of this planner, I didn't do a kit for this month because my life's been a little chaotic. So I went ahead and put in my cash stuffing, what my bills will be that go to Capital One, what my financial goals are, and I've already set up my weekly spread. So that's all ready to go for next week. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to pull out my calculator. That is important. This is my, I'm gonna pull this back a little bit because I think that's what happened with the other video. It was a little bit too close, it couldn't focus. This is the cash that I had that rolled over from my back to bank envelope. So this came from, excuse me, this came from money that I used that was on my card that came out of envelope. So I just put the money in my back to bank envelope, and that's where I start my cash stuffing with. And then this is what I pulled out of the bank for the month. And I have a cheat sheet that you saw if you saw my cash stuffing December setup. So basically what this is, these are all my sinking funds, and on this side are my cash envelopes. This is what I pulled out in cash, the denominations that I pulled out. And then, so this top row is the total amount that I needed to have for cash stuffing, and that was $3,538 for the month. My back to bank column is right here, and those are the denominations I already had on hand. Excuse me. And then here's what I pulled from the bank. So I do use a laminated card from my shop, and this is what I fill out, and then I put right here what the bills I already own, the number of bills I need to pull out, and then the total dollar. And I just hand this to the teller, and it's been working really well that way. So just before I get started, let's go ahead and look at the envelopes that are in here. These are not what I call my everyday carry. So grocery spending, eating out is my everyday carry. And then clothing is kind of a sinking fund, but also an envelope I check into. I still have $300 here. Household, I spent everything but $25, so I am going to roll this 25 and just keep this in household. We did a really good stock up in the month of November of like paper products, things like that, but there's some little things I need to get, like filters for the fridge, you know, all the fun stuff. Entertainment has 50, I am rolling that over. My sister's in town, so I know we're gonna be doing stuff. Personal care, I had 43. I'm going to actually put that in my rollover envelope. So I'm using the word rollover in both situations. So rollover in an envelope like entertainment means I'm just leaving it here. I don't have a sinking fund for entertainment. I didn't use it, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it there so that, you know, I can build that up a little bit. Maybe in January I don't fund this if I don't use the money from November, December. Personal care is an envelope that I take with me when I'm going to be doing something like a haircut, color, nails, things like that. I don't carry it with me all the time because I don't need it all the time. Miscellaneous is always just my get out of jail free card. There is still $100 in here. So with this money, I am going to put it into my miscellaneous sinking fund. And this really is just for those things that come up that I did not plan for, like medical bills. Will just go in there. And then medicine, this is probably the first time in a long time that I have money left in here. So I am going to put this into my rollover envelope. And then my mom still had, she had 29 in her envelope I carry with me. She had another 40 here. I am going to just leave this here so in case she needs something bigger this month. I have already budgeted for her Christmas gift, but if, you know, she needs things, we've been buying her a few winter clothes, even though it's really not cold here. Savings challenge is actually 100% in another binder this year, but you're gonna see what I do with that. Gifts is empty. Most of my gifting is in an online account with Capital One, but I am going to put cash in here because I like to keep some cash. And gifts is wedding showers, we went to a bat mitzvah, bridal showers, anything like that, baby showers. So non-family, birthday, Christmas, things like that comes out of my gifting fund. And then back to the bank is always active because as I use things for my envelope on my card, I have to pay myself back and it goes back to bank. So that's where we stand here. So on the rollover money, that's actually going to go into my rollover envelope. If you saw my October budget, I really worked really hard to have rollover money to offset medical bills. So I wasn't as dedicated and conscientious about it in the month of November. So I have a lot less than I did in the month of October. So it really just proved to me that I can spend less than I budget, and that when I'm focused, I can kind of start to accumulate some additional money. So definitely a focus going forward. I think I learned a good lesson about myself. When I'm focusing on something, I make it happen. When I'm just like, oh, it's fine, it's in the envelope, I can spend it, then I feel like I waste money a little bit more. So what I am putting into my rollover is 150, 160, 165, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. So 173 is going into rollover. And I already had 82. So now I will have 255 in this rollover. So this is just going to kind of hang out here until I need it, and I will probably condense bills eventually. Okay, so let's start with our envelopes because that's what I like to start with. Let's go ahead and add this money in. I always count it just to make sure. And honestly, when I had to unstuff everything last night, it was like a scavenger hunt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, oh my gosh, 1,200. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 850. $20, $40, $60, $81, $20, $40, $60, $82, $20, $40, $60, $83, $20, $40, $60, $84, $20, $40, $60, $85, $20, $40, $60, $86, $20, $40, $60, $87, $20, $40. So $740 in 20s. And then 10s. Another 5 in there. 5, I'm sorry, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so I thought I lost this other 5, so I'm just going to put that to the side because it was not part of my cash stuffing, but I pulled it out of an envelope because I thought I was short of 5, but it was really just stuck between the 10, so 15. So 2,875, which is what I took out of the bank. And so my total amount for cash stuffing was 35.38. 35.38. So I had 663 in my back to bank, which does balance. Wow, these 50s are really out of order, but we're just gonna go with it right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I always start with my envelopes from my wallet. And I think this laminate is what kind of threw my camera off. Now I am having to use lights today because it's very early in the morning and the sun is not quite up yet. So there is a really bad glare there, but let me see if I can. No, it's still gonna do that. Okay, well, we're gonna go with it. So let's start with groceries. And this is how I broke out the denominations. So the yellow is my envelopes. So groceries gets 410 because I took out 190 for HelloFresh. So I'm putting $100 bill into groceries. I'm not going to update my trackers because I did that last night when I had done this the first time. Eating out gets 50, and I do that as 2 20s and a 10. Spending gets the same, 2 20s and a 10. Actually, I need to take that one out. It's filled. My mom gets 100, so I'm going to put 40 in here, and then I'll put the rest in as the month progresses. Medicine gets 250s. And I had left this one at home, so I kept having to pay myself back. So this month, I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my wallet. And miscellaneous gets 100, 40, 60, 81. I'm doing that as 520s. Okay, so those are done. Now, normally what I'll do is go ahead and pull like the rest of groceries and put it into my binder, but this month I'm going to do a little differently. I'm just going to keep all the money together and then stuff as I need it. So these go back into my wallet. These envelopes are coming to my shop. I made them as a test to see if I liked them, and I do. So I will be bringing them into the shop based on the number of requests I had off my last video. So let's go ahead and do sinking funds pretty quickly. So on my sinking funds, they are alphabetized on here, but I don't stuff every one every month. Some are already filled. Some are more time sensitive than others, so I had to put more in there. So what I do first is I reconcile my sinking funds from the month prior. I see where I landed as far as what I took out, what I needed to add. If they're highlighted in blue, those are online sinking funds on my Capital One savings accounts. And that's just because those particular categories I use my card for. So like gas for my car, craft supplies are usually online purchases. So instead of putting them in an envelope and then taking them back to the bank, I try to avoid that at all costs. I just move them over on the first of the month. So I do it as an electronic transfer on December 1st or the first of the month, just like I'm paying a bill, because if I don't, I leave it in my account and I think I have more money than I do. So that's just kind of been my best practice as far as making sure that I actually put that money into the account. I just treat it like a bill. So Valentine's Day and anniversary are already filled. St. Patrick's Day is filled. Easter is getting 50. Now this is at its goal of $100. Family barbecue is getting 50. Halloween, I never spent the 30 that was in here, so that's just gonna stay until next year. Thanksgiving is empty, but I'm not gonna fund it. Christmas is all fully funded. My birthday's in July, so I just took what my goal was and divided by the number of months, and that's where I came up with 50 a month. My husband's envelope is empty because his birthday was in September. I'm gonna start putting money in now. My daughter's birthday is also in July, and she gets 50 as well. The cars is my daughter and son-in-law. My son-in-law's birthday is in the month of February. So I'm needing to step that one up a little bit, so I'm putting 100 in there. I've already updated my sheets, by the way. My nieces and nephews are getting 50, and this is actually my nieces and nephews' kids. And I did it 2 20s and 2 5s. My family is my parents and my sisters, and they are getting 50. The next family birthday is in the month of May, so I've got a little bit of time. Adventures is fully funded. Liam and Milo are my kids' dogs that I spend a ton of money on. And they are getting 50. And I did 2 20s and a 10. I did a super deep dive into my budget in the month of August. And I really just wrote down every single transaction, where I took money out of the wrong envelope to fund something that I didn't have an envelope for. And that's when I rolled out all of my separate sinking funds, because I was just kind of borrowing from spending or borrowing from groceries or saying, oh, that's a household expense, when it really wasn't. So I finally just decided to be super transparent with my budget and to really make envelopes or sinking funds for the categories I really was spending in. So I have really enjoyed this, because I know if I'm going to buy something for the dogs, I have money, versus saying, oh, I better take it out of spending, or I better take it out of here. So Disneyland, I want to go so badly, but I'm adding another 100, so I now have 400 here. My goal is 900. It's taking some time. And then my next binder is, so this binder is, this binder that I just had out is holidays, birthdays, things that I'm going to be more liquid in, that I'm going to be taking things out, you know, on a more regular basis. So like my nieces and nephews envelope, there's a birthday almost every single month. There's 11 kids, so it's almost spread out between every month. So I know that I'm going to be using these a lot, and I'm going to be putting money in and putting money out. In my 2 binders, my yellow and my green one, these are more long-term, or sporadic, you know, like arts and crafts. We do craft night, but we don't do it every week, so I may not need it for a while. I can allow it to build up. Beauty and skincare, I completely used everything in here, so I'm going to add a $100 bill. I mean, I very rarely wear makeup anymore. I'm an avid believer in skincare. So I did stock up on some things when our company catalog was open with a discount. So I did go ahead and get what I was running low on, but really ridiculous how much money I spent. Car maintenance, I spent $108 last month. I'm just putting that back in here. It is an online account, but I'm going to go ahead and leave cash here because I would have preferred to use cash, but I didn't have any cash in my envelope. Dental gets 20. I need to have some dental work done as soon as I get done with Invisalign. So, and Invisalign is something I need to start. So I'm already talking about like I'm going to be done, but I haven't even started it yet because everything shut down with COVID. And then my husband's new insurance that started in September does cover Invisalign, at least half of it. So we've never had coverage before. So I need to get going on that. Etsy shop, let's go back. Electricity, whatever I budget for the month, I budget $250. If the bill comes in at $200, I take $50 and put it in this envelope, and that helps offset the summer months. I live in Phoenix, so of course our bills go super high. Etsy shop is an online account. Fitness is funded. Glasses gets 60. I think I did a 50 and a 10. I did. If I don't refer to my little cheat sheet over here, then I don't put the right denominations in. I may put the right amount, but not the right denominations. And then I get towards the end and I'm having to make change. Health and medical is actually a online account. I did put 50 in here. None of my doctors take cash anymore, so I don't know why I put cash in there. HOA gets 75. I just got a letter that this is going up $5 a quarter. So I'm gonna need to start putting more in here. My original goal was to have the $880 that is the year in the envelope, but I am definitely shy. I think I have 225 in there now. House Reno is an online account. Invisalign gets 20. I'm not putting money in lottery. If you saw my sinking fund update, you know why. And then my final binder. So miscellaneous is just literally going to be rollover miscellaneous. Pest control gets 30. And that's like my HOA. It's a quarterly expense. And it's $90 every 3 months. So I just would like to have the money up front. Planning is empty again, which will surprise nobody if you've seen my haul videos, but honestly, I don't need anything else. I actually canceled an order I had at the Hobonichi store for January because I really was like, I really don't need this. So this is a new envelope. I have not had a chance to label it yet. It's called Reward, and I'm really getting very serious about my health and fitness goals. I'm at the end of my physical therapy for my foot, and I'm just ready to get back focused again. So I put $100 in this, and I did it as a 50, a 20, and 3 10s. So very much like, I hate to say the word a child, but I do well if I'm working towards a goal and there's a reward at the end of it. I used to use the Michael Hyatt Full Focus Planner. It's quarterly planner, and you set your 10 goals up at the beginning of each quarter, and you had to put in what your reward was going to be for making that goal. So if, for an example, you said, I want to work out 5 days out of the week, and you did that goal for the quarter, then you got a reward. Maybe it was a new fitness outfit or a new fitness, tool, or you got to, go to a movie or whatever it was, but you had to have a reward attached to that goal. And I did really well on that program. So when I stopped using that planner and started using Erin, Condren, and other things, I really got super lax about my goal setting, as well as really kind of setting myself up to succeed. So I did go ahead and bring this folder in, and I just, of course, need to label it. So starting with 100, and we'll see how that goes. Rollover money is what you just saw me put in. Savings and savings challenge are really for 2022. Self-care is funded subscription. So this really should just be called Amazon. It is due the first week of January, which is basically with tax. I put 130 in here. So I wanted it funded in the month of December so that I can, at the beginning of the month, like, maybe January 2nd, go ahead and put that in my account, because it is going to come out of my account on, I think, the 4th or the 5th. Tax prep is for, obviously, April. We pay about $400. I have a business. My husband has a business. We have paychecks. So it's really a very complicated tax return, and he does it all as one, like different schedules, obviously. But so it's about $400. So I've been putting $70 a month away so that I'll have the $400 set aside for the month of April. Technology is mainly an online account. I did put some here. Vacation is an online account. And then vitamins, I just bought some more, but I'm putting 60 in. So I think I'm good, but I've really been working really hard to get the right mix of vitamins that are doing what I need them to do, but also are agreeing with my stomach. So some vitamins just don't do well with me. So it's kind of been a trial and error, but I think I'm kind of finding the combination that's working well. And then my savings challenge, where I normally do this envelope all at one time, weekly, I'm doing this all at one time. This is my last one for this challenge. This completes the challenge of $5,000. So I am going to use that money for a family vacation in September. So I am going to be taking the money out of the binder and taking it and putting it in the bank. So for this month, it is $580, which of course, they waited for the last week or last month of the year when, you have so many expenses with the holidays to have the biggest month that was due. I am not going to be redoing this challenge because I will not have the same income next year that I have this year, because I am starting to pull from my retirement. It's close, but it's not quite the same. And so I am looking for some new challenges to do. So if you have some that you're really enjoying, please let me know. I'm looking for more like 2,500 for the year, or a couple challenges that do 1,000 for the year. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to do another 5,000. I do see some YouTubers do like 10,000, which is amazing. I don't look at my sinking funds as savings because it's designed for a purpose. So I give myself permission to spend. So I do feel like a savings challenge should just be that. It should be saving. So you could be saving towards something, or maybe just saving for more of a cushion. So that's kind of what I'm looking for next year. So 580, 1, 2, 3, 350, 4, 420, 440, 460. Okay, I am already off. 1, 2, 3. No, because I needed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 5, 520, 540, 560, 570, 575, 580. Okay, this is done. This is my first savings challenge and I have loved it, and it makes me want to do more. So I'm definitely going to be doing more. So this binder will go back to the bank. And so this money here, oh no. That would have been bad. Okay, so clothing, I forgot about these. Clothing gets 100, and I did it as 250s. I would have been like, woohoo, I have all this money left over, and I really don't. So household is getting 100, and I did that as 250s. Entertainment is getting a 50. Personal care gets 100, and it is 320s, 310s, and 25s. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Okay. So personal care, I like it broken down because it's usually a manicure, a pedicure, a haircut, something that you need kind of tip money for. My nail salon does not like 50s or 100s, so I break it down. Miscellaneous is getting but I already put that into my envelope in my wallet. Medicine, did I put that in there? Yes, I did. Okay. My mom, I put her money in. I still have that from last year or last month. Oh my God, I swear I'm not awake yet. Sorry guys. Savings challenge is done. Gifts does get 100. And then back to bank obviously is as needed. So the rest of this money will be for the rest of this month cash stuffing. So I'm doing a little bit differently. I'm not putting them into the envelopes in here like I usually do. I'll just bring it back out to the cash tray and stuff from there. I think that'll be a little bit more efficient. And then I'll take this money and put it into my cash lockbox until next week. So that is everything for this cash stuffing video. Please let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions at all. And hope you are starting your budget off right in the month of December. Every month at the end of the month, I'm so ready for that month to end. I'm so excited to set up a new budget. And then midway through the month, I'm like, okay, I'm not as excited right now. But I think that's why I love budgeting. I feel like every month is a new start. And if it's not working, change it up. I give myself permission every single day to change it up if it's not working, because if it's not working and you've been trying it, then try something new. That's what I love about the budgeting community. I always get ideas from other budgeters, even though we're in very different stages of our lives. There's a trick or technique that you could learn from, I think, every budgeter out there to make yourself successful in budgeting. So hope you are having a great start to December. Have a good week, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, deep down.